Welcome to Unit 8, Roots and Radicals, Lesson 8.5. This is dividing rational expressions. There's one learning target, which is dividing rational expressions. First example, A. We have the square root of 50 s cubed, and then this divided by the square root of 128. So what we need to do is just simplify the top, simplify the bottom, and see if there's any groups of 1 that we can make. So the square root of 50 on the top, 50s cubed. Square root of 50 can simplify to square root of 25 times 2. And then we would have the square root of s cubed. Square root of 25 turns into 5 root 2. And then s cubed. So we need a group of s's so that when we take the square root, we would get like maybe a power of 1. So if we broke up s cubed into s squared and an s, the square root of s squared is going to be s, and the square root of s is still going to be the square root of s. So this will simplify to s square root s. So that's going to be the top. And then the bottom, the square root of 128s. So we're going to break it up to the square root of 128 and the square root of s. 128. So we're looking for the largest perfect square that goes into 128. So we could do 128 divided by 2 squared is 4. So we have 4 and 32. 128 divided by 2 squared, 3 squared is 9. Nope. 128 divided by 4 squared is 16. So 16 and 8. Now I'm going to keep looking for things because none of these are prime numbers. They still all have perfect squares in them. 8 has a perfect square of 4 in it. Same with 32. So let's keep going. So 128 divided by 5 squared. Nope, that doesn't work. 128 divided by 6 squared, which is 36. Nope. 128 divided by 7 squared, which is 49. Nope. 128 divided by 8 squared, which is 64. All right, so we're going to use 64 and 2. 64 is the largest perfect square. So the square root of 128 breaks down to 64 and square root of 2. And then we have that square root of s. Square root of 64 is 8, root 2, and then we have that square root of s. So stacking the simplified versions on top of each other, let's see what we get. So the numerator is 5 root 2 s root s, and the denominator is 8 root 2 square root s. Well, now that we have this, you can see that some things make groups of 1, which is anything divided by itself. So we can cross out the square root of 2's because those make a group of 1. And we can also cross out the square root of s's because those are the same on the numerator and denominator. So we are left with 5s over 8. Or you could write that as 5/8 s.